All right, new iPhones, USB-C is cool, but we need to talk about the camera features of the iPhone 15, especially the Pro.
So we're bringing an amazing 48 megapixel main camera to iPhone 15. Using the middle 12 megapixels of the sensor, we enabled a new 2x telephoto option.
For a closer look at iPhone 15 Pro, the most pro iPhone we've ever created.
Macro is one of the 7 lenses of the new Pro camera system, with a 10x optical zoom range going from 13 to 120 millimeter focal length, making iPhone 15 Pro Max more powerful and more versatile than ever.
iPhone 15 Pro also supports recording ProRes video directly to an external storage drive.
All right, so last year I got the iPhone 14 Pro, and I gotta be honest, I wasn't really happy with my purchase. I mean, it's a good phone, does what I need it to do, but the battery life sucked. And I didn't really use all of the camera features that I thought I would use because it's a Pro model. In fact, I kind of preferred the iPhone 13 mini because it did everything I wanted it to do, and it was a smaller phone. Of course, the battery life sucked on the 13 mini, but the battery life sucked too on the 14 Pro. And so I wasn't too excited about this year's iPhone 15 until I heard this.
iPhone 15 Pro also supports recording ProRes video directly to an external storage drive. Video productions can quickly swap drives and keep iPhone as the main camera on set. Recording to an external drive enables even higher quality recording options, pushing ProRes 4K up to 60 frames per second for the first time.
External recording, 4K 60, ProRes log. Oh, and the fact that there are 7 different camera lenses on this phone, like that's pretty insane. We'll talk about that later, but first let's talk about the camera upgrades of the iPhone 15 and the 15 Plus. Now, the camera upgrades on the iPhone 15 and the 15 Plus are indeed improvements. I mean, you got a 48 megapixel main camera that has a 26 millimeter focal length equivalent. You also have a 12 megapixel telephoto 2x lens, which I feel most people would be totally happy with those 2 cameras. Of course, you've got more upgrades like improved computational photography, continuous zoom for video, better portraits in low light thanks to the improved night mode, and better subject detection to create that nice bokeh in the background. And honestly, if you just want an iPhone that has really good cameras, then yeah, get the iPhone 15 or 15 Plus. And if I'm being real honest, like I mostly use my iPhone for like day-to-day stuff like social media, emails, business. Yeah, I'll take photos and stuff like that. And I kind of feel like most people are in that zone, like they just want a device to do everything and also take nice photos and videos. And if that sounds like you, then I would just stick with iPhone 15 or 15 Plus and not even think about the Pro or Pro Max. But if you're a video professional or crazy camera nerd like me, then you might consider getting an iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max because it can record externally. You can record in ProRes log 4K 60. Like those are professional features that you would normally find in a high-end video production camera, not really an iPhone. And no, I'm not saying that an iPhone is going to be an equivalent to a professional video camera. All I'm saying is that it's really cool that you can do all those professional things with a phone. But let's go ahead and talk about the 7 different cameras that you can choose from with the iPhone 15 Pro. Like it's kind of crazy that you can go from a macro lens to a 13 millimeter lens to a 24 millimeter lens to 28 to 35 to 48 and to 120 like that. That's kind of crazy. Now, obviously all that is on paper. I have yet to test them out in person, and so I will do all the testing for you when I get the iPhone 14 Pro. iPhone 15 Pro. But I'm just super excited that there are different cameras to choose from. Now with the iPhone 14 Pro, I barely use the 3x camera. Like I mainly use the ultra wide and the 1x camera and the 2x camera, but never really the 3x camera because it just really wasn't that good. And the one thing that I'm really concerned about is that 120 millimeter lens. Like filming that far tends to produce shakiness. And I know that Apple said that there's a 3D sensor shift stabilization with that particular lens. And so we'll see how good it is. But yeah, that's the only thing that I'm concerned about.
Using a USB 3 cable with iPhone 15 Pro enables incredibly fast transfer speeds. So it's much faster to transfer your large ProRAW photos or ProRes videos to your Mac.
Now, let's talk about what I'm really excited about with the iPhone 15 Pro, and that's external recording. No longer are you bound by the storage limitations of your iPhone device. You can now record externally and record in ProRes 4K 60 and in log. That just makes it super interesting to use a device like this, a device that has 7 cameras to record externally and in log and in 4K 60 and in ProRes, like an all-in-one device with different cameras. Like that's kind of insane. Again, it sounds good on paper. I have yet to test it out. I will absolutely test all that out, but very interesting indeed. Also, really cool that the log encoding supports ACES, which is a standard when it comes to professional video production. Again, so crazy that you can now do that with a phone. Oh, and when it comes to photography, like there is this one image where there was a photographer that connected their phone to their Mac with the USB-C cable and was able to live view it with Capture One. Like that is something pretty cool. And then there's spatial video, which I'm not too familiar with, where they combine the main camera and the ultra wide camera to create this realistic image. I don't know. I'd probably have to get the Vision Pro to like really do all that stuff. I don't know. I don't really care about that. But external recording, 4K 60, ProRes, log, those are the things that I am most excited about the iPhone 15 Pro. And I know there are other camera features that I didn't really get into, but I will when I get my hands on both the iPhone 15 and the 15 Pro. And so if there's anything specifically you want me to test out, then let me know in the comments below. And to bring it all back, like if you're totally happy and content with your current device, then I don't see a need to upgrade. I mean, unless you want to upgrade to USB-C, which is probably the real reason why I want to upgrade to the iPhone 15. But if you do want to upgrade to the iPhone 15, then stay tuned because I will be comparing the iPhone 15 and the 15 Pro. I most likely will be getting the Pro, but yeah, stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.